Hey everybody, Scott Spreitzer here from DocSports.com. It is Wednesday, April 25th. Free play coming up in just a minute for Wednesday's card. And we did have a postponement yesterday, our free play that we posted on the video, the Rays over Baltimore. The game was postponed. They'll rack that up and do it again on Wednesday. Right now, exclusively at DocSports.com, we do have 4-unit baseball and basketball going. Might dive into that NHL matchup between the Bruins and the Leafs. We haven't yet, but we might by morning, so you'll want to be sure to check for that one also. Last night's NBA, simply put again, you pick the winner of the game, and the spread really hasn't mattered. 2 out of 3 cashed that way again last night. We saw Boston at the end eke it out against the Bucks as far as the cover was concerned. We saw Philadelphia 50-50 game in the closing minute or so in their game as far as the spread was concerned with Miami. Philly ends up covering the spread. Looked like Golden State was going to do the very same thing as they were up as much as 16 points and led had it pretty well in control, 5 minutes to go or so in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately for Golden State backers and fortunately for Spurs backers, the Golden State offense went dormant for about 3.5 minutes from about the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter till about 90 seconds left in the game. Went to sleep just long enough for San Antonio backers to get the cover in that one. But Golden State, despite not getting the cover, does move on to the next round. They'll take on the New Orleans Pelicans. No lineup yet for Game 1 or for the series, but we do know that Steph Curry has been posted as doubtful for Game 1 against New Orleans. More on that as we get to that series. We'll have some stuff on a day of the game. I'd love to sit here and break down all 4 games on a Wednesday's card, but I'm just going to tell you this, what we just said. You pick the winner, you cover the spread. It's been almost as easy as that, 16-2-1 ATS the last 19 times. I will say this, that some early movement on the first 2 games have gone on the underdog. We've seen Washington getting a little bit of money. You can still find a lot of +7s out there, a couple of 6.5 as they've gotten some money. And you've got Indiana getting 6.5 from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Indiana getting the money in that one. Now, if I had to pick between those 2 underdogs, the Wizards on Wednesday or the Indiana Pacers, probably more tempted to back the Indiana Pacers there. And again, if you look at what's happened in all their games, both regular season and postseason, Indiana closing out well on the defensive end, especially on the deep perimeter, which has caused Cleveland some problems. We've seen a lot of games that have been grinders. Even the other night, I mean, Cleveland outshoots Indiana, outscores Indiana 22-8 at the free throw line in the most recent game, and still had to eke out that 4-point victory, 104-100. Both teams looking gassed at times in the fourth quarter on the offensive end. So anyway, that would be the dog of the 2 dogs that are getting some money right now, Washington and Indiana. That would have me tempted a little bit. We talked about yesterday, we're going to start doing this each and every day when the situation warrants. Early first movement overnight going into the next day's Major League Baseball action. Yesterday, we talked about the Cincinnati Reds opening up about $1.20 dog, and that shot down right away down to under $1.10. Cincinnati gets the win on Tuesday over the Atlanta Braves in extra innings, 9-7. Early move, I should say, has been getting the money quite a bit throughout the last few weeks in Major League Baseball. We'll see if that continues, but that overnight money seems to be pointing people in the right direction. First move for Wednesday, by the way, and only really one move to talk about overnight in Major League Baseball is the matchup between the Oakland A's and the Texas Rangers. Oakland, small favorite at Texas when shops opened up this number, but the Rangers now laying as high as $1.18 at the Westgate Superbook at last check. Late Tuesday night going into Wednesday, $1.18 as they become the favorite. They opened a short dog at the Westgate a little bit earlier in the night and in a lot of shops. Pitching matchup in this one features Graveman and Pfister. And while the bettors are looking for Texas to stave off the sweep, I don't know that they've looked deeply enough into this pitching matchup between Graveman and Pfister. It's no secret. I mean, it's out there. Betting friends of mine have already talked about it, and I've talked about it with them in our betting circles, that Graveman did change his delivery his last time out. He didn't pitch that badly. Guy came in for relief for him, gave up a big granny, but he himself really liked the progress he made when he changed his delivery. So there's a good shot that he's going to come out and pitch one of his better games of the season. He's not pitched well this season, but he does like what happened when he made that change in the delivery. And of course, with Pfister, got a guy coming off the DL, not expected to throw a whole lot of pitches in this game for Texas. And I think that means that Oakland's got a bit of an advantage here, both with the new delivery from Graveman, the price where it is, and of course, Pfister Vegas, they're probably not going real deep into this game. So I happen to not agree with the early movement in this particular game for Wednesday. I can't and I won't back Texas in this particular spot. All right, free play, guys, in just a moment. Real quick note again, basketball and baseball, both available for Wednesday exclusively at DocSports.com. We are up almost a full dime. If you're betting just $100 per unit, my 4-unit plays in baseball, 7-4 the last 11, and up $950, almost a dime. So there you go. We'll have another 4-unit going in baseball today. We'll also have basketball going 61% with our 4-unit NBA plays. All the way back to mid-December, we'll have a 4-unit play for you going on a Wednesday. And again, that's available at DocSports.com on a Wednesday morning. Free play. Let's turn to the NFL draft. One of the reasons that I'm up late at night and I'm a night owl is because I got a nice little group of bettors. We all get together via email, text, phone calls, the whole thing. And we talk about what we like for the next day, the next couple of days before the lines move. As I've told you, when you're doing this for 20, 25 years, you're going to be ahead of line moves about 80% of the time. Doesn't guarantee a winning day, but you have a better chance of a winning season unit-wise over the course of the year, obviously, when you're ahead of the number. So a buddy of mine, a bettor here in Las Vegas by the name of Sean Hess, good mentor of mine, been close for 25 years, sends me this from Thursday's NFL draft, and I think it's worthy of a play. Basically what he said is he and another person got together, put their heads together, and they're betting under 1.5 Georgia Bulldog players to go in the first round of Thursday's draft. And that price is plus 220. Again, Georgia, under 1.5 players to go in the first round on Thursday night as your prop. Plus 220 is the price they got. And we know that Roquan Smith is going to go in the first round for Georgia. But after that, not too sure they're going to get a second player to go in the draft. And again, if it does happen, like Sean was building the case to me when he told me, they'll probably at the very best go at the last pick or two of the first round. So that's the chance you're taking with this particular bet. So plus 220 obviously has some value. And we all know the number of quarterbacks that everybody's looking about in this draft. And so with Georgia throwing a couple of running backs out there, running backs not meaning exactly what they used to in the NFL, I think he's on to something here, and I'm going to jump on their bandwagon. Free play, Georgia, under 1.5 players to be taken in the first round in Thursday night's NFL draft. Again, the premium play is up right now for Wednesday at DocSports.com. If you like what you see, click on that thumbs up button or subscribe. We appreciate all the thumbs up clicks, all the subscribers, all those who watch. Whether you like it or not, just keep watching. I'm Scott Spreitzer. This is your early report for Wednesday. We are DocSports.com. We'll talk to you again before the crack of dawn on Thursday morning with our next free play.